64 on winner's side.
A good place to be. That top 64 will be happening at 6 p.m. Eastern. That is about 5 hours from now, those of you curious at home. If you're in a different time zone than EST.
This is pool G1 right here. It looks like that these were the two most well-known players in that pool, so this is an expected.
Wait, there's a different time zone than EST? EDT
because of daylight standard time. Yeah, it's like PDT, right? So.
Gotcha. All right. Well, EST, EDT, you got it figured out. ET, East Coast time. Spencer is instructing me.
Extraterrestrial time.
We're in space time. What time zone is the International Space Station in? Does it depend on what it's over? Or does it have its own time zone? These are questions that I don't know the answer to.
What clock did they use? Or do they just have one of those giant maps that have all of the different times on there?
We are receiving from Gibby GMT, he says he believes.
Oh, they just
How
go
did
by
you know that off the top of his arm, you know?
You know, he has a lot of information hidden in that beard of his, you know?
That's for sure.
He just like reaches in there, pulls out a little piece of paper, and he's like, "Oh yes, it's GMT." Then slips it right back in there.
Got that stored in there for later. Yeah,
exactly.
There's actually a bird's nest in there and a couple of birds as well. He's working on those hatchlings. Abigail for Flash in this season, no longer playing Urian.
Really interesting. Okay.
He wants to be a car. Tick throw off the jab. Nice work. I like it. And POONGKO was playing this character a little bit as well. Abigail.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, obviously, a lot of times when you think that they're on the same team, they must practice a lot, but probably doesn't really get to play against POONGKO all that much.
No, yeah, I imagine that that's not the case. Throw here for the stun.
Look at this pressure from POONGKO. Maybe this is how you take out Abigail. The worst thing you can do against Abigail is try to be super scared of him, but if you're aggressive, he has just as much wake-up problems as a lot of other characters.
Oh boy. EX. Is he going to spend it? Oh, okay. Doesn't spend any resources on it.
Oh, he went for the full damage combo.
I thought he might giant flip. Oh, run. And he's out of there.
Yeah,
POONGKO with the chase down. POONGKO's combo dropped earlier. He threw the hail when he stunned him. Tried to do jump heavy kick into another heavy kick. But Abigail is so tall that it didn't work because he hit him too high on the body. Yeah. That is actually... That's like big boy bonuses, right?
Yeah.
Like usually big characters get hit by stuff like that. But yeah, he's actually so tall that the jump in hit higher.
Yeah, he probably did that higher too because the hail hit earlier as well, kind of making him think, oh,
like
I better use my jump. Yeah. Yeah, little did you know, but that statue in the background is actually based on Abigail on scale, true one-to-one scale model size.
Wow, down jab anti-aired him out of the EX Vanity.
Ooh, just out of range, but then gets the crush counter afterwards, gets the follow-up. Oh, look at this back and forth. Frozen, but immediately counters with the light punch, so not even have to worry about it. POONGKO went for the counter, but no swinging buttons from Flash. He just went for the jump instead.
He's almost out of that V-trigger too. All right, POONGKO runs out of it now. Flash, he has his own V-trigger available. I imagine we'll see an activation sooner rather than later. EX giant flip.
Big damage combo, gets the extension. Here we go.
And he's got one guess. Went for the regular throw. POONGKO jump out.
But you see, that's why he went for the regular throw. He was able to recover and block on time. So smart stuff for Flash.
Swinging with that down jab. That, one of the most impossible buttons to get around when you're low on life, right? What are you going to do to that?
I know. Before, you used to think Zangief had a great crouching light punch, but now all of a sudden, throw Abigail in that mix, that button is problems.
Man, you see how early he blocked the hail? Right on the top of his head. He's so tall.
It like activates on his face, basically.
He's got to try to poke under it.
POONGKO, oh nice, using the V skill to counter the jump in.
Yeah, it's great as an anti-air.
This is where POONGKO had success in the round #1. When he got Flash in the corner and got the knockdown, then he just was super aggressive. So, but you can see that he's trying to find the opportunity, but still playing very careful. Not scared, but playing very careful.
He's very cautious. It's sort of Flash's style. He wants to be second, right? He doesn't want to do anything first. Block there from Flash, actually.
Throws him back in the corner. Oh, enough armor hits. There we go. You see the big damage off of that.
I guess the low confirm, Abigail. A very strong thing that he has now.
Yeah, 2 sequences just like that. Oh, what a beautiful activation to help in his whiff punish.
And he kills him on the next hit here. Uh oh, he's got the dash low tick throws. Ooh. Counter poke from Flash. He did not take the throw bait. out of there. POONGKO runs up, does not confirm. He could have done fierce, and then hands into the CA, booted him down to the ground.
And a beautiful air-to-air from POONGKO. Wow. That air-to-air was everything, because if he had blocked that jump attack, Abigail would have been in there. She would have had to deal with a potential command grab or button mix-up.
Oh, yeah. And that's not where you want to be. That position against Abigail is pretty much the worst.
With the V-Trigger 1 activated? Oh, yeah. All right, so POONGKO taking game number 1.
Sneaking in there with Abigail, playing nice and slow. And POONGKO, he's using that back vanity to just create distance, and then he's threatening to jump with it. So when he goes back, Flash is thinking to himself, like, all right, maybe he's going to vanity step. Oh, that's a sweet punish. Oh, no, a little too far. He thinks to himself, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to watch for that vanity jump, and then that's when POONGKO throws hail. He dashes up like that.
Right.
He's got a bunch of options he can use.
So that's basically what you got to do on neutral. You got to make sure you have at least 2 or 3 options so that the opponent has to watch for all of them.
EX hail, he traded with a startup. Yeah, right next to her, she has a hitbox when she's first throwing that hail. See Flash sticking out those low jabs, trying to catch the dash from Colleen and V-Trigger 2.
Once again, using that V-skill to get in there, so that's going to start a little bit of momentum. You see after the hand slap, he's still in range for the crouch light punch.
It's a big button. Oh, it was just a little bit out of range.
Yeah, a little too far.
And that's the crucial thing about WoW. I actually have no idea where that hit in his massive torso of pecs and muscles and traps and whatever else is on the top of his body. You couldn't even tell. Tires. Yeah, that was very ambiguous. Match point now for POONGKO, but yeah, it's interesting. He's caught on to kind of the timing that Flash is liking to poke with, especially on defense. Ooh, dashes him actually past the hail.
Gets the knockdown. Trying to apply some of that pressure. Ooh. But again, very careful with that. She got hit so early, but nice confirm from POONGKO. Oh, whiffed. But not a crumple, not a crush. Didn't get to charge it up the entire way. Now he gets a crush counter sweep. Oh, he knew that POONGKO was going to go for the counter. Big damage, and guess what? You are in the corner now. Oh, yeah, I can see Flash shaking his head after that. He had the combo confirmed, but he went for the giant flip instead. And that could be the thing that causes him to lose this round.
A clean juggle from POONGKO, and he closes it out with 2 bars. POONGKO over Flash.
Trying to imitate a little bit of that Daigo hair flip that we